Hey guys, so I just got home because I was fucking hungry. So I went to, you guessed it, Dollar General, and I got my food right here, but it's cooling off because I don't feel like burning my mouth right now. Um, I have to use tweezers to lift it because my fingers are so fat I can't lift tabs anymore, and because I don't have nails for the most part, so I have to use tweezers, get it under, then click. So it's Halloween, and I'm outside and there are people, and I really thought I should just go to like just one house, and they'd be like, "So what are you dressed as?" I'm like, "The scariest thing that you can possibly think of, an adult." Never grow up, kids. If you are young and you're watching me, first of all, why the fuck are you watching me if you're a kid? Second, if you are a kid and you are watching me, never say, "I wish I was an adult." If you're a teenager, don't say, "I wish I was, older, or I was 18. No, because once you become an adult, your life is miserable. Between mortgage and car insurance, and if you have a family, trust me, you do not want to grow up, kids. Enjoy your childhood while you can. Anyways, so people are walking around, and it made me think of when I was in Texas. I would, I had the mask on and everything, like one of those knockoff Jason masks and all that. And I'd like sit outside because we'd have a tree that I could sit against, and my mom and stepdad would be outside, for the trick or treaters and all that, passing out candy. So I dress up like a scarecrow type thing, and I, like take clothes and try to stuff it, around to make it look like I was, fake, long sleeves, which really sucked because it was Texas and it was like 100 fucking degrees. So there I am in 100-degree weather, long sleeves, fucking stuff, like clothes stuffed in my, what I was wearing to make it look like I was stuffed. And I'm like, it was fucking hot. And I didn't have my glasses on because I had the mask on. But it's nothing better than scaring kids. And not only that, scaring adults, especially adults who think they're not afraid until they see that they are. So I'm sitting there all nice. I'm sitting there against the trees behind me. I'm just kind of, and it's always the little girls. The little girls like, "Mommy, is that real?" It's like, of course it's not real. And then the person would like, they're talking to my parents or something after they get candy, and they're not paying attention to the kid, and I'm sitting there and I just do the typical horror movie thing. I just like, and then as soon as they notice, I go right back down to my original position, and they're like, "He moved." He's like, "It's not real." And they look at my parents, like, "Is that real?" My mom's like, "I don't know." So they just keep telling the kid it's not real, it's not real, and then as they're walking away, same thing, the horror movie thing. So their parents are walking the other way, not paying attention. I just, and then quickly move my head back because they try to bring attention to it again. And then you have the adults who come up, who think like I said, they think they're not scared until I just do that a little bit, and they're like, "Oh my god." Yeah, you're not so strong and fearless as much as you thought. But it sucked because, like I said, I don't have my glasses on, and I was wearing a mask. And to find out if I was real, they would like fucking poke me in the eye because the eye holes are just sitting there, and I'm like sitting with my eyes closed, I'm like just doing that. And I'm getting fucking poked in the eyes by these little fucking kids who are like, it's not real. And then when I start moving around, it's like, oh my god, we just poked this man repeatedly in the eyes. This man is a trooper. In fact, all of you kids, drop your bags full of candy right now. Just give it to this man. He deserves it for being a trooper after you just fucking poked him repeatedly in his eyes. But my mom was like, "Is that real?" She's like, "I don't know. Could be, could not be. I don't know. You'll have to see." But yeah, it was great. But I remember when I actually stopped wanting to trick or treat. I was like 17. And this around this point, we weren't trick or treating to trick or treat. We were legitimately walking around collecting candy for my friend's sister, who was legitimately sick. So we went around. Of course, we, you know, took out the good candy for us. But she was legitimately sick. So his mom wanted us to go around. I was spending the night anyway, so it's like, well, can you guys just go around, collect a little bit of candy? It doesn't have to be a lot, just enough for her, to make it feel like she had a Halloween. So we're like, okay. And yeah, so I went around, and it was fun at first because some of the houses had really good stuff. So I was actually trying to get some stuff for myself as well. And then I got to one house, and for some reason it just like clicked. I'm like, I went to sit down. My friend's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I don't want to trick or treat right anymore." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "I don't know. I don't want to trick or treat anymore." He's like, "What? Just tonight?" I'm like, "No, forever." I'm like, I think this is the point that most people get to in their life, some earlier than others, where they just say, I really just don't want to trick or treat anymore. He's like, well, I mean, we do have enough candy, so do you want to just stop? I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. So we ended up going back to his house. I mean, like I said, we already got enough candy, and all the good candy we were picking out along the way. So I was like, ooh, Reese's, mine. So we got her a good sack of candy, so she was fine. But I got to that point, I'm like, I don't want to trick or treat anymore. I don't find pleasure in it. But some people it's a lot sooner. Some people stop when they become teenagers. Some people a little later. Hell, fucking some adults still go trick or treating. So, it's kind of like Santa. You believe it for so long, and everyone has their own age where they stop believing. There are some people who still want to believe, that never got over the fact that he's not real. They still want to believe that he does exist, and oh, I'm sorry if any of you kids who are watching me for whatever reason still believe in Santa. Sorry, spoiler alert, he's not real. Sorry to break that little bubble you were in. Tooth Fairy isn't real either. Easter Bunny isn't real. They're just lies. Everything. Your parents are the biggest fucking liars you can think of. Everything you asked them was always a lie. Why? Because they didn't know the answer. The Tooth Fairy's a lie. The Easter Bunny is a lie. Santa Claus is a lie. Every time you said, why is the sky blue? Or where do babies come from? All of it was a lie. They are the biggest liars known to man. And seriously, ask yourself, how many times did you ask your parents a question and they were like, you're like, why is the sky blue? And they're like, oh, God made it that way. We all know that's not the reason why the sky is blue. Either they didn't want to give you the full answer because they didn't think you'd understand it, or they didn't know why the sky was blue. But either way, they lied. Parents are the biggest liars. I mean, sure, why not? Whatever. Try explaining to a kid, like why the same thing with water and stuff like that. Oh yeah, the light and in the atmosphere and this, no kid's gonna fucking understand that. Hell, even fucking most adults don't understand that shit. The refraction of the light from there refracts onto that. Where do babies come from? The stork. So you're telling me a giant bird just goes around dropping babies onto... Does he drop the babies onto the porch, or does he gently leave them? Because, I mean, parents always say they dropped you off at our doorstep. So do they mean like a literal drop? Like they're fucking, flying overhead in foreign countries dropping supplies? Or like a fucking Harry Potter type thing where they just gently put you on the stoop there in front of the door? Now that I think of that, I think of there's like this image now in my head of like all these storks, like freaking military planes that are all flying overhead, and you just see a bunch of babies dropping down, like, and they're all just going all over, and all these storks are just, they have like 2 to 3 babies, wrapped, with them, and they just like let them go, and they just all just get ready to drop. Thank you. Oh God. But yeah, I was gonna do a live stream today, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be sitting there. I mean, I could have streamed for fucking 6 hours, and I would have only had like 2 to 3 people. It's Sunday. People have work tomorrow. No one was gonna show up. So, when is Christmas? I mean, I know what day Christmas is, so don't like you fucking idiot. No, I mean what day, like day of the week. Actually, let's look at this. No, let's go back up. All right, so for Thursday, well, obviously, so I might do one on Wednesday, before Thanksgiving, because obviously Thanksgiving's the last Thursday in the month. So I might do one since I'm off Thursday anyways. Actually, I think I'm off that entire 3-day, so I go in, and I think Monday might be the only day I work, because I know we get off for Thanksgiving, but I don't remember if we get off that entire, because for them it's like, well, no point having you off on one day and then coming in Friday. So usually they just give us the 2 days off or whatever. So it might just be Thursday, Friday. So we'll have most likely 25th and 26th. So, I mean, if you guys aren't doing anything, let me know and I'll try to do a stream then. And then we've got, okay, 24th, Christmas Eve. The 24th this year is a Friday. So I might do a stream. Same thing. I think we're off. So if you guys aren't doing anything, let me know, and I would hopefully love to try to do a stream on the 24th. Obviously nothing on the actual holidays, because, you're going to want to spend time with your family, and you're not, actually, I think, I'll probably, I mean, I don't know. I mean, most years I've been invited, pretty much every year I've been here, I've been invited to Thanksgiving, Christmas with my friend, her parents, even though we haven't been together in God knows how many years, they still think of me as family, so they still have me come over. But yeah, the 24th of November and December, so that way I can get a live stream in, and then you guys can just have your holidays with your family and loved ones. So at least that's the plan. Will it happen? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, there needs to be some kind of demand for it, but no one ever says, oh, hey, John, you should do a live stream. Bet you plenty of people will come. No, so anyways, yeah. So Halloween. Ooh. Thank God that's almost over. You know what that means, though? Half price candy.